guess what? I was a day behind, and I'm doing my song to catch up right now, tonight. What day is it? I just had a training at work today, so I should know what day it is. Friday. It's Friday. Tomorrow's the weekend, but I work. Tomorrow's my working weekend, and then Monday and Tuesday are my days off. Casey Jones, the Union version. I know this from Pete Seeger, but it was written by the famous Joe Hill. I've already done I Dreamed I Saw Joe Hill Last Night. That song about Joe Hill, not by Joe Hill. You can look that up on YouTube. You know, my version or anyone else's version. Joe Hill's an important guy. Sang songs about the union workers' struggle. Sang songs about feminism. Sang songs about all kinds of crazy lefty stuff. Good stuff. Casey Jones, the Union version, is about Casey Jones, the engineer, who was scabbing. Boys and girls who don't know what scabbing is, sometimes people get together to put pressure on the bosses of the companies in order to get better wages, better working conditions. And so as one of their pressure tactics, they stop working. Scabs are people who take advantage of that situation and come in and work for the bosses. It's not, people have to make their own choices, but it's not said with pride, whoever you are, A scab. These chords are really simple. You could probably spice them up a little bit. I'm going to let you figure out how you might like to spice them up, or if you don't want to spice them up at all, it's just A for the first line. In the second line, there's also an A, and then you have a B7 and an E. I'm getting better at that B7. Third line is just A. And then on the last line, you start on A, and you go to E, and then back to A, and that's the whole song. The workers on the SP line to strike sent out a call, but Casey Jones, the engineer, he wouldn't strike at all. His boiler, it was leaking, and its drivers on the bum, and his engine and its bearings, they were all out of plumb. Casey Jones kept his junk pile running. Casey Jones was working double time. Casey Jones, he got a wood and metal for being good and faithful on the SP line. The worker said to Casey, won't you help us with this strike? But Casey said, let me alone, you'd better take a hike. Then Casey's wheezy engine ran right off the worn-out track, and Casey hit the... What'd he hit? Casey hit the river with an awful crack. Casey Jones hit the river bottom. Casey Jones broke his bloomin' spine. Casey Jones became an Angelino and took a trip to heaven on the SP line. When Casey Jones got up to heaven to the pearly gate, he said, I'm Casey Jones, the guy that pulled the SP freight. You're just the man, said Peter, our musicians are on strike. You can get a job a scabbing anytime you like. So Casey Jones got a job in heaven. Casey Jones, he was doing mighty fine. Casey Jones went scabbing on the Angels, just like he did to workers on the SP line. Rough, Casey. The Angels got together and they said it wasn't fair for Casey Jones to go around a scabbing everywhere. The Angels Union number 23, they sure were there, and they promptly fired Casey down the golden stair. Casey Jones went to hell a-flying. Casey Jones, the devil said, oh fine. Casey Jones, get busy shoveling sulfur, that's what you get for scabbing on the SP line. Casey Jones, he kept his junk pile running. Casey Jones was working double time. Casey Jones got a wood and metal for being good and faithful on the SP line. There you go. And I already told you the chords, so this was a short song today. That's your song. I'm caught up. Tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. I will be back with another song from the Rise Up Singing Songbook. This was in the chapter work on page 253. We're going all out of order. So, lucky guesses for what I'm going to play tomorrow. I'll give you $10 if you guess.